Hi, it's just me in my shed with my iPod problem. This one's a bit frustrating. I think it was black when I bought it, but I've got a little bit slapdash about writing down where they came from and what I did with them. That's a very worn case. I know I've got a combination from AliExpress of the cover, the click wheel and the centre button, so presumably that's mitigating against my colour blindness, and they're all at least reasonably similar. This is open, as you can see. Open them, just there's a loose battery in there which I've been playing with. Just make sure the battery there is connected and disconnected, and then open it like a book. I've had this working. The frustrating thing about this, it's got a 256 megabyte SD card and the iFlash quad board, which I think is the only one to use really, because it's thin. They're more expensive, but they're thinnest. They just tuck in nicely under there, a bit of cushion in there, connect beautifully. I've never had much success putting more than one SD card in, so I normally put one in there. I've definitely got iPods with SD cards in there that aren't working, and formatting the SD cards is always a bit of a hit and miss affair if you're wanting any insights into what works and what doesn't. I'm not your man. This battery will fit in beautifully there, under there, and then we'll clip into here. But the problem I had with this when I got it, let's just extract that battery from there. When I got it, the click wheel wasn't working. Now, down this corner, you can see it's the cover is held in with screws there, and there. I think maybe missing one there. I've got here this is not a screw kit, but only to sell that first one there is the right size for the iPod screws. So if you can read what size that is it 1.5, whatever that cross screw thing is called. So that will go in there. So I had a lot of fun. There was so much gunk under the click wheel that I cleaned all the terminals, all the joints underneath everything. They do accumulate all sorts of unpleasantness. And when I'd done that, I was fairly confident it would work, but it didn't. So it didn't work with the original click wheel. It didn't work with the new click wheel. So now it's waiting further intervention. It's not seated too badly, I think, and it does have a nice clicking motion, but it doesn't do anything on the screen. So that's something to work on when I get more time and inclination. Nice flat battery there, thin. As I've said before, just if I could find one reliable source of these that always worked, then that would be great. But it's a bit potluck at the moment. I'm not a big fan of red, to be honest with you, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's probably quite aesthetically pleasing. 256 meg SD card. That would look good if I could fill it full of lovely things. Watch these, because you can see that's not quite level. Obviously you want to plug them in there, see if they work before you clip it all back together. There's a quite nice trick getting the cases out. You just press on that once you've undone all these screws. Just gently press on the click wheel while lifting it up, and that sorts it out. But the thing to do, you know, those screens are as delicate as they look, so don't press them too hard. One of the reasons for that. And obviously thick cases are better because you can fit more in and you get a bit more leeway. That's one for later. Like and subscribe if you want, don't if you don't. See you later.